I mean, you got my vote. Kavanaugh for mayor, white flight. I love it.
A band of people with like balaclavas over their head go like, please step this way for white flight. Please step this way for white flight. You don't need to see a badge. Step this way to white flight, right?
I bet you they got pretty good snacks on white flights. On the ACK? What?
No, yeah, I'm in the ACK. Can't you tell?
Yep, it says right there, ACK.
You scrammed.
Mm-hmm.
You got the heck out of Dodge. You were like, ACK snacks done. Why would I stay here? Right?
I'm out.
As you know, I plan to be the mayor of this town. So I got a glad hand. I gotta do the rounds. I gotta see the people.
You gotta save the folks from sharks.
It's me and Stiller at this point, as near as I can see, just trying to stay modest. And he, up until like a few years ago, I was not concerned. Mayor of Nantucket, I got it. And then he came up with severance, and he's gotten a boost, a real boost, like a boost. And so I'm sort of, exactly. And so I'm sort of laying low. I'm going to let him have that wave. Right. And then when there's backlash, inevitably, Michael, in Hollywood, you do something, everybody loves you. Then you do a few more things and people are like, I'm so sick of that person.
Right.
That's called a backlash. And you and I are currently, we're like 90% backlash, I feel. Like,
probably a little higher than that, I would think.
It's been a while since people hated
93%.
It's been a while since people outright hated us, though, right?
So I guess it's been a little while.
I feel like we weathered the storm. We're down to 90%. So I'm going to wait for the backlash against Stiller. Then I'm going to bounce.
Can we please focus on you for a moment? You got the Nantucket mug. You're in Nantucket.
Yeah.
We know your political ambitions. You've been very clear about that. But what we haven't heard, I don't feel like the voters have heard your platform. And I would love if you could, as long as we're here, and this is Mike and Tom Eat Snacks with my good friend, Tom Cavanaugh. I'm Michael Ian Black. This is the podcast where we pick a snack, eat a snack, rate a snack. But today, I thought we should kick things off. It's just so important. Local politics.
Yeah.
Tom, at some point, will be running for mayor of Nantucket.
Yeah.
Lay it out. What's your platform?
My platform is this. Look, you're getting kicked out of every place, every working place currently in America. You're getting kicked out. The country is built on immigration.
Oh, immigrants getting kicked out. Yeah, immigrants getting kicked out. Yep.
Come on.
Oh, yeah. Come on into Nantucket.
Come on in. Because technically it's an island. So I know the first thing that the government's going to do is say, like, it's not even a part of America.
Right.
I think the first thing they're going to acknowledge is like, you're Hawaii. You're not America. Like, everybody kind of goes, and Hawaii, right? And like Alaska and Hawaii, they're kind of like, you're not connected. You're like,
they're not really. They're just Hawaii's like, an island.
Whoa! You can walk here. So F Hawaii. That's Alaska's platform, right? Alaska's like, you can walk here. Like, you could put your rucksack on, and your galoshes. You could walk to Alaska. Hey, what about Hawaii? Good luck. Go ahead. Put on your rucksack.
Good luck.
Put on your galoshes. See how far you get. Right. So that's the prejudice.
Probably about 12 feet off the coast.
Yeah, you're walking maybe 12 feet. Good luck. Low tide, maybe you're getting 20 feet.
Yeah.
Good luck. You're not close to Hawaii, are you? Not really, huh?
It sounds like you're exaggerating, and I'd have to check the numbers. But all right. But in the meantime, can I ask you this? Because I think it's such a nice platform that you got for Nantucket. Come on in. Everybody's welcome.
No, come on in.
I've done a little research. Come on in. I've done a little research into Nantucket, and average house price in Nantucket, $5 million. So when you bring
That's my
Okay.
platform. That's my platform. We're
All
gonna
right.
we're gonna give the land back to the people who forged
Mhm.
it, forged the town. Now, who are they, Michael?
Whalers.
Well, they were pilgrims, they were whalers,
Yeah.
right? And
We're
so here's the thing.
right. We're
Here's
going
the
to give
they,
Nantucket back to the whalers and the pilgrims.
in their great era, in the whalers'
I mean, it was
great
native.
era.
It was native. It was a native land, native island before the
Sure it
pilgrims and the
was.
whalers came.
Well,
So
by
we're going to give it
God,
to them.
sure. Well, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves, right? Let's take
Okay.
one thing at a time. All right.
All
First,
right. Let's start with the whalers
countries built on people coming to it
on
from
whaling.
afar.
Right.
Agreed?
Right. Yes,
Right?
of course. Absolutely.
Hard poor huddled masses? Yes or no? Yes or no
Yes.
question? Yeah. Okay. Great.
Yes. Yearning to be free. Yes.
How great did America become based on that strategy?
Am I using the per system here?
Top country in the world. I'll just do it for you.
All right.
Number one. Right? You been to a sporting match?
Sure. That's what they're yelling.
You got a better chant? Oh wait.
Poland.
Hey, I admit I hadn't really considered Poland. Okay. All right.
What about this is a really good one. Aussie. Oi. I mean, you can't argue with Aussie. Oi.
All right, so we're number 2. Okay, so America's number 2. That's pretty good. How many countries are there in the world? 20, 25,
Oh, okay. Easy.
193?
No.
Let's say more than 20.
Okay.
If you're second in the world, say Australia, we agree, and Australia, people by criminals, and they got to number 1, right?
Right.
Us, people by immigrants, number 2.
Mhm.
Pretty good. If I'd said to you, all right, you're down there in Virginia, I come to you and I say, put away thine musket, right?
Mhm.
I come as Fred, right?
Mhm.
And you're like, ooh, you're packing in the balls.
Oh yeah, I'm packing my balls. Yep. I'm dropping a little. I got my ramrod with my balls.
Yeah. You're like this,
Yep.
right? And I'm like,
Yep.
put away thine musket, right?
Right.
I'm like, I come as a friend. And you're like, ooh, right? Because this is wild territory now, right? Virginia, I got to explain to the people. I don't even know if we're viewers or not viewers. I have to explain. If you go to Chevy Chase, okay?
Yeah. That's Maryland, but yeah.
It didn't, what?
It's Maryland, but yeah.
Yeah. So say you go to McLean, okay, wise guy?
Oh yeah.
You're okay with Norfolk. So say you're down there. Oh, say you go down current day. Say you want to watch the Tidewater Tides. All right?
Oh, I love them. Love me some independent baseball. You know me.
So you're down there, right? And you go you make the classic mistake. It's always been like that. And I say to you, back in the day, they didn't play baseball. And those buildings that you see in McLean, Norfolk, right? They didn't exist, right? So it's not, and people make this mistake. They think the immigrants came and already looked like this. Didn't look like that. Now, you were pell-mell for survival back then. You were hard scrabble, right?
Right.
And so
I'm growing tobacco. I can't even eat this stuff. Well, I'm trying to eat this tobacco. I'm making tobacco soup. I'm making tobacco frittata. I'm trying to make a pumpkin and a tobacco smoothie. Tastes like garbage.
You know what's going to straighten you out, James? You know what's going to straighten you out, Jamestown? Your first winter. Then you're going to be like, let's not try to eat all the tobacco products. Let's try something a little different.
Try eating some gold or something. And even then,
because this
you're not gonna get real far.
This is not a London winter. Let's put it that way.
I mean, you got my vote. Kavanaugh for mayor. White flight. I love it.
A band of people with balaclavas over their head go please step this way for white flight. Please, please step this way to white plate. You don't need to see a badge. Step this way to white plate, right?
I bet you they got. I bet you they got pretty good snacks on white flights. You know, probably just a great snack aisle. You know, that they're coming down with the cart and they're saying, "Well, we got all kinds of choices for you."
Oh yeah, like
What do you want?
pimento cherries, and like the soft imported pimento cherries, soft imported licorice.
Yeah,
they'll have like they'll have the truffle chips.
Tappies.
What?
Anything you want. Anything you want on white flight.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Anything you want. Nothing spicy, obviously. Nothing spicy, but anything else. Whatever you want.
We don't. You know, we got a
snack.
We like to champion the common man, but
of course
we would love to see that snack cart. You and I, we'd be like, give me a wild, crazy, bountiful snack cart to choose from. You know, we would enjoy that very much. Why? Because we're the tops of the snack game. That's what we're doing here. That's what you're doing here, dear viewer. If you are,
it's what we do. It's not what we're about, but it's certainly what we do.
Respect for that.
We are what we do. We pick a snack. We eat a snack. We read a snack. What we're about, as Tom just said, respect for women.
Respect for women.
And today's snack, we got the Nature Valley Crunchy 12-pack variety pack box. Nature Valley Crunchy granola bars. Nature Valley Crunchy Nature Valley. How have we not done this? You know, you guys, you've seen the green Nature Valley Crunchy box before. We got we got variety pack. Now, Tom, does your box have the same flavors as my box has? I've got oats and honey.
Hey.
I've got peanut butter. And I've got maple brown sugar.
Oh. And do you also have oats and dark chocolate? Do you have oats and dark chocolate?
I don't have the oats and dark chocolate one.
Oh. I don't know.
Do you got maple brown sugar?
I don't have maple brown sugar. I have oats and dark chocolate. This is great though, because the maple sugar one I've had. I don't want to give it away.
Oh, okay. A little spoiler.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tear into it, you know.
If we did do this, we didn't have the maple and we didn't have the oats and dark chocolate. We may have had the peanut butter, because that's how they've evolved.
All right. I opened up my granola.
Okay.
And this is your classic Nature Valley crunchy granola bar. But I'll tell you what's surprising me about it. When I look at it with a critical eye, you know, when I doff the snackologist's hat and I bring some objectivity to the exercise, it's thinner than it is in my imagination. The granola, like when I picture a granola bar, I'm picturing granola maybe maybe an eighth of an inch thicker than I got right here. This is almost a granola wafer as far as I'm concerned. You know what I'm saying? It's flat.
It's interesting because I don't have the same. If we've done this before, which I'm convinced we have, I think I will tell the exact same story, which is like Jake and the Kid. These things saved me my life on one of the first, television series I ever did, because this was basically craft service, the granola bar. And what I remember, what I recall, and I know this granola bar intimately, is that it is like you say, thinner, but this one, as I unveil it right now, is no thinner than I have in my mind from 25 years ago. It's the same thickness. The thing about the Nature Valley is that it has a weight and denseness to it. You can pick up another type of granola bar, and they've got like, it's fluffy and fruit filled and all this, and they weigh like nothing. They weigh air. The Nature Valley has always, at least to my mind, had some heft to it and weight, and this one is no different.
You make a good point. This is a denser granola bar than, say, your Quaker Chewy granola bar, which is basically just like a candy bar. But the Nature Valley, if you feel like you're almost eating something healthful, maybe
Well,
because
yeah.
it's dense,
What do you mean?
and you're
Almost.
looking at
Not,
oats.
I always anticipated that I was eating something healthy.
You're not eating anything. There's nothing healthy about this.
There's
What's
no
the number
sugar
one
in
ingredient?
it.
What's the number one?
No
No, there's no
sugar.
sugar in it, obviously. Let me
I
see what
don't
the
think
number one
there's any
ingredient
sugar.
is.
Nope.
Nah.
Even in the maple sugar, I don't think there's sugar. I could be wrong.
No,
I'm
I
looking at the
mean,
ingredients. Yeah, I get
I
all the
will,
way
yeah.
down to the number 2 ingredient before I hit sugar.
But the number one ingredient is,
Oats.
as you said, oats. It's granola.
So it's healthy.
It's going to be
so
oats.
it's healthy. What do horses eat? Look how fast they run.
And it's not until Tom's right. It's not until you get to the second ingredient of all that you even get to sugar.
Look,
and then
we're not horses.
right after
We're not gonna just like down plain oats. We're not horses. Give me a little something to make it go down a little easier. You can't blame anyone for sprinkling a little sugar in there at the number 2 spot.
Number 3 ingredient, of course, the very helpful canola oil. So you're basically eating sunshine when you consume this.
Sure,
and I'm just gonna dive right in.
And/or sunflower oil. You notice?
Mm-hmm.
So you're eating sunshine. Go ahead. You're just jumping in.
Jump right in.
And
so,
he likes
the
it.
immediate thing I get from Nature Valley, crunchy,
I'm going in.
is in fact the crunch. I'm getting crunch right out of the gate. One thing that I've always appreciated in any snack food, or just in life in general, is truth in advertising. If you tell me something is crunchy and I bite down into it and it's not crunchy, I'm going to be pissed off. But you tell me it's going to be crunchy, I bite into it and it's even more crunchy than I anticipated. Brother, you're getting a mash letter from me.
Yeah.
Dear Nature Valley, you promised me crunchy, you gave me extra crunchy. You under-promised and over-delivered when it comes to crunch. Now, let's break down the taste for a second.
Okay, let's break it down.
Quite good. It gives me exactly what I'm looking for when I hear the word granola. I'm getting texture. I'm getting oat. I'm looking for a soupçon of canola and or sunflower oil. I'm getting that. I'm getting everything I want out of this.
They're under-promising and over-delivering. Like, hey, it's a granola bar. It's a crunchy granola bar.
Before I forget, though, I would be remiss if I didn't point out the fact that it's called Oats and Honey, and I gave them full marks for the crunch, but can I give them full marks for the honey?
All right. So the oats. You're on board with the oats.
Oats, 100%. Oh, you're giving me oats left, right, and center. Fabulous. And there is a sweetness, but is it honey? Because as we already discussed, that's a sugary sweetness, and honey doesn't make its appearance on the list until pretty far down. Not too far down. Sugar, canola oil, rice flour, and
honey, and salt.
Yeah.
Oh, look what's after salt. Brown sugar syrup. They're like, back up the sugar truck. We're not horses. Back it up. It's fine.
I'm not going to give them full marks for the honey, but I'll give them partial marks. Partial marks for the honey on the honey front.
What I'm interested about is getting to the peanut butter, because that's you have that, right? The second one is peanut butter.
Peanut butter, yeah.
Again, I'm opening that up. Peanut butter.
Wait, you haven't touched your oats and honey.
I agreed with everything you said. It was exactly as I recalled it. And the density, the crunch, the idea, like as you put it, that hey, this is oats, this is good for me. That it's an under-promise, over-deliver situation. I can't really offer higher praise than that. I don't think.
Let's see what you have to say about the peanut butter. I'm curious now.
Well, mine. I took my first bite, and two things jumped at me. You have the peanut butter spread on top, like kind of a like a dessert cake spread, and
yep.
That jumped out at me in my first bite. The second thing that jumped out at me was a soupçon of salt. I don't want to steal your soupçon word. It was just so good. That was you. All credit to you for bringing that up. But I got a little, and I love that, by the way, I love that combination, peanut butter and salt. Like, we got to get the ratios right. But ooh, 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 that's potent. That's good stuff. What did you get in there?
So
You know
you're a
what?
fan?
Am I a fan? Am I a
Oh,
fan?
he's a fan.
Does Nantucket hate Martha's
Fan.
Vineyard?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
Here's a problem I got, though.
Go.
And again, this is look on the box
You got
of
a
the Nature
problem?
Valley Crunchy. I got a little problem on the box with the peanut butter. The peanut butter spread, it just looks glorious. I mean, it's like they took one of those squeezy bottles.
Oh, yeah,
and
you're right. I
squeezed
just
it
saw
out.
overpromise, underdeliver in this case.
Yeah, and I opened, and that's what I was looking for.
Like what it looks like before they like let it congeal, right? They squeeze that on, take the shot, let it congeal, package it, put it in the box, send it, right? This is this is clearly the before.
6 months later, when I pick up the box at the grocery store,
this is a lovely thing we've never been able to do on mates. So I'm gonna, you can see that the peanut butter's the middle one, right? And
gorgeous, gorgeous.
So that's what it
now
looks
look at
like
this.
in the photo shoot. And then we got this.
The hell is this? This bears almost no relationship to what I just saw in that box. It looks like, I mean, it's on there, but it looks like it's gotten absorbed into the granola. And so now it's just, it's just a smear. It's just a mess. That's not necessarily going to affect the taste. I'm not deducting huge marks for it, but I got to note it.
No, noted. But I just took my second bite and I'm Janelling it. And I'm like, that's top snack material right there. Holy crap. I am impressed.
Not doing much for me.
What? Spencer, that girl is into you. What? Not doing much for you?
Here's the thing. What they're telling me. They're saying, Michael, we know you enjoyed the oats and honey. And we don't want to step on your toes. Oats and honey, we're we're leaving that thing alone. That's golden. But what about a peanut butter? And I got to think about that. And I say, but you're not gonna mess with the oats and honey. And they tell me it's that thing is frozen in amber. That's not going anywhere. Mm-hmm. I go, okay. They give me the peanut butter one. What I'm expecting is a peanut butter forward tasting granola bar, maybe with, I don't know, like you said, a little sea salt, a little chocolate. I don't know, something. What I'm getting instead is an oats and honey granola bar with just a smear of peanut butter slashed on top. There's not enough peanut butter in my mind, to justify calling this thing a distinct species of Nature Valley Crunchy granola bar. It's a cheat. Doesn't taste bad, but it's a cheat.
Devil's advocate. So there you are. You're killing it with the oats and honey. You're like, all right, let's adjust slightly. Oats and honey is a home run, as you said. Like, let's give a couple different tastes. Maple, peanut butter, dark chocolate. They're like, look, they're sitting in that room, in that boardroom going like, let's not reinvent the cat. All right. When the crap is out of the horse, you don't try and put the crap back in the horse, right? You only have to go through that experience 3 or 4 times before you realize the crap doesn't go back in the horse, right? So crap comes out and it's oats and honey gold. You're like, it's a golden horse. Don't take it to market and sell it for beans. It's a golden horse, right? And so then you're like, all right, but maybe people make a little adjustment. So we'll just slap on a little peanut butter. They're not trying. Devil's advocate, they're not trying, okay? They're not trying reinvent the wheel. They're not trying change the poop and put it back in the horse. They're like, good, here we got a golden pile of poop. Keep that one. Here's a second lump of turds. Let's slap some peanut butter on it. Here's a third. Let's sprinkle some sugar on it. Here's a fourth, little dark chocolate, right? But they know the thing works, and they're not, here's what they're not trying to do, Magic. They're not trying to go cream cheese Oreo. You know what I'm saying? They're not trying to go like double stuff marshmallow Oreo. They're like, we got the thing that works. They're not going thin crisp. They're not going carrot cake Oreo. Right? They're going like, all right, we got the oats and honey. We're going to honor that. We're going to honor those folk that have made us what we are, and we're going to give a couple of adjustments. That's
I admit, I'm gonna start this dialogue with a point of agreement. I'm going to admit that you are right. You can't put the crap back in the horse 3 or 4 times at trying to do that.
Trying to do it.
Maybe half a dozen times in my case. And you realize, you know what, this just doesn't work. Agreed. And you and I, you and I over the years have tried innumerable snacks where they get away from their core, what makes them who they are. Oreos, perfect example. You know, they never stop with the Oreos. Selena Gomez, I feel like, has her own an Oreo that tastes like her out right now.
What?
Yes, it's a Selena Gomez Oreo that tastes like, my understanding is it tastes like Selena Gomez. That's the idea. Lay's makes a potato chip. It's a classic potato chip. Potato, oil, salt. Delicious. Everybody loves it. They say to themselves, we've got ourselves a golden horse, but people want more. What if we gave them salt and vinegar? They throw salt and vinegar flavoring on that same potato chip, and in doing so, they create an entirely new species of potato chip, the salt and vinegar potato chip. It's a whole new category. It's not just a flavor. They've elevated the entire game. That's what I'm looking for from Nature Valley peanut butter granola bar. You don't just... Lay's didn't just like take a squeezy of vinegar and throw it on their already delicious potato chip. They created a whole new flavor profile, Tom. They didn't take the lazy man's way out. And that's what I feel like Nature Valley's doing, and I can't abide. It's not that I don't like it. It still tastes good. It's still the oats and honey with the little peanut butter on top. Go fuck yourself. That's not a new species. It doesn't deserve it. It's not a new flavor. Mm-hmm. I'd opened the maple and brown sugar. A couple of crumbs fell into my palm while you were talking, right? I just want to relay a quick anecdote. I did like a horse does with a salt lick, licked the crumbs off of my palm, and already I got a strong dose of maple and brown sugar. That's all I'm asking for with the peanut butter jobber. You know what I mean? I just want to know this is distinct from the other. It's the same. Look, the maple and brown sugar, it's the same. It's the same damn biscuit. Now I'm going to take a proper bite and see whether the flavor carries over. Yeah. Yeah. It does. Here's what I'm looking for.
I've got now. I'm looking
for when I open a packet of a new flavor of granola. I want to know from the moment it hits the palate that this is a distinct flavor. And I'm not getting that from the peanut butter, which basically was just an oats and honey granola bar with some peanut butter smeared on top. This is maple and brown sugar infused through and through. The entire genetic makeup of this thing is forever altered. This is an X-Men of a granola bar.
Well,
yeah. I'm not saying it's one of the better X-Men, but it's an X-Men.
Sure. Yeah. The perceptive, I don't even know if they are viewers, but the perceptive amongst it will notice it. Like I sort of like, I tipped the hat early when I said, I don't have the maple sugar, but I've tried the maple sugar. And I believe in slow motion, I went something like this. I didn't want to give it away because you were going to get to it. And when you started like on your, like, look, is your diatribe wrong? It's not for me to say about the peanut butter. It's for the viewers. Everyone else, we're starting a discussion, right? But then I thought, if he don't like the peanut butter, maybe he won't like the maple syrup. And I was like a little concerned because I think the maple syrup is maple sugar. What is maple sugar? Maple sugar.
Maple and brown sugar.
Yeah, because that's dynamite. I will say this. It's almost that one. Is almost a little too sweet for me. I will opt for the regular, and then Forgive me, Magic, but I'll opt for the peanut butter. But I do know I have a distinct recollection that first bite of the maple is like, woo, we're on to something.
Yeah.
Prompting my double thumbs up at the onset of this mate's telecast. Telecast? And so I'm
Yeah.
glad to
Well,
hear
here's the
that
thing.
I'm glad to hear that you're back on board with the maple.
Devil's advocate, the oats and honey, right? It says oats and honey, and you hear to yourself, honey. Okay, it's going to be mildly sweet. Maple, brown sugar. It's going to be sweeter. We know that right from the name. Brown sugar. Sugar's right there. It's going to be sweeter. They're promising and they're delivering. Oats and honey stick to your ribs, right? Gives you energy. Plow the back 40. Then for dessert, what do you get? A maple and brown sugar Nature Valley crunchy granola bar. Delicious. That's your recommended daily allowance of Nature Valley crunchy granola bars right there.
A solid triumvirate to be sure. Now I have the oats and dark chocolate, and
Let's hear.
I'm going into this with a modicum of trepidation. I can tell you that much.
Is it dipped in dark chocolate? Is there a layer on the bottom of dark chocolate?
Yeah, it simply looks like the oats and honey, but darker. You can tell.
So
can't really tell.
So it's an equal application throughout.
Yeah, it's not spread
on top.
It's
like it's been injected with the sugar, with the dark chocolate. Okay,
it's infused with dark. So there should be dark chocolate throughout, I believe. I'm taking a bite.
Is there an aromatic quality? Do you smell the chocolate?
No. Interestingly enough, and a good question on your part. No, not in particular any different than. No. And I defend and enjoy the peanut butter. But when I have this oats and chocolate, you got to play it straight.
It gives me no joy. It gives me no joy to hear that you're coming around on at least understanding.
What are we doing if we're not playing it straight, right? And so I feel like
why are we even here?
With this, it says dark chocolate, and I feel like they just didn't go far enough. Mm-hmm. There, I said it.
Okay. Ratings. Tom, I want to start with your campaign slogan, which this is going to be. Yeah, this is going to be off the books. This is not an official mates rating.
Are you angling for a position? Are you angling for a position in my cabinet? Let me tell you something. We would love to have you. We would love to have you. I see you over here driving down Milestone Road, looking around. You know, you get here the first time, you're like, the hell with all these white people. Now, I know you. Mm-hmm. You get here, you're like, who's picking up a harpoon? None of y'all. None of y'all. None of y'all. None of y'all. None of y'all are picking up a harpoon. No one's gone. No one's boarding the ship and going for a 3-year tour hunting the whale, right? No one's going on the Nantucket sleigh ride. None of y'all. Not you, not you, not you, not you. And you come here, you're like, you've fallen. You've fallen. You're this tourist destination for rich cats. And you're like, right. What about the breeze? What about the sea air on our faces? What about the long nights, looking at constellations that stretch from horizon to horizon? What about the wind billowing our sails? What about the feeling the surge as we chase the whale? What about that? What about feeling alive? What about that? Now, you. I know you, Magic. You come here and you're like, no. Then the island itself seduces you. The island itself goes like, hey, I'm as I've been. I'm looking just as was. Welcome. You want to go 141 feet, 143 feet from sea level to top? Let's walk it together. You want to see the placid beaches? You want to see it, nature red in tooth and claw, nature with all of its embracing of history, the wind in the pines. We're here for you. And you can't help but say, all right, you like the weather jingles. You like the quiet times, right? You like the Serengeti and the moors. You look around, you're like, I tell you, if Kavanaugh ever runs for mayor, just maybe. Well,
Tom?
Yeah.
Stiller asked me to be his deputy, so I'm going to do that. But the slogan, I would say, 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 on White Flight. Love it. 8.5 out of 10. Tom Cavanaugh for mayor, White Flight. 8
I
out
know
of
what's
10.
going to happen.
Oats and honey.
Before they're going to be like, the campaign's going to start. I'm going to be driving down Milestone. I'm going to look over. I'm going to see Stiller, White Flight. I'm going to be like, oh, ain't too brute. And we're going to have a good laugh over that. We're going to pull out some snacks and have a good laugh over that.
We'll have a laugh, won't we?
Yeah.
Oats and honey granola bar. Now, as I said, under promise, over deliver. You take one of these things down. Maybe you don't even eat it first thing in the morning. You get up at dawn, you roll out of bed, put on your mucking boots. You're like, I'm gonna go try to put some poop back into a horse's butt today. I'm gonna need all the energy I can get. Mm-hmm. But I'm not hungry right now. I'm just gonna throw this oats and honey in my back pocket, head on out to the corral, get to work. Mm-hmm. You know, a few hours later, you find yourself sweating. It's not going too good. Mm-hmm. You know, the sealant's not adhering. And you're thinking to yourself, man, I'm getting frustrated.
I should have counted for the heat. I didn't account for the heat.
Should have counted for the heat.
Yeah.
Yep. I need to pick me up. You take out that oats and honey. Next thing you know, you're eating it. You're feeling better. Stick to the ribs. That poop's going back up into the butt. It's the last thing I do. And that's what an oats and honey Nature Valley crunchy granola bar will do for you. 8 out of 10.
Beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful. I'm not going to individually rate each one of them. There are discrepancies, clearly. My least favorite was the dark chocolate. I really enjoy the peanut butter. I really enjoy the oats and honey. Here's what I'll say about our little discrepancy of opinion. Perhaps the chip is a better canvas than the granola bar for differentiation of flavors. That's all I'm going to say. Last word on that. But what you say about, listen, getting out there, being slightly discouraged because maybe I didn't account for the heat and the sealant is kind of melting and that poop's not going in and you're frustrated. Sure, you had a good morning sticking to the ribs, 5 miles to the bus stop, tilling the field. You're feeling good about it and that starts to wear off. Boom, back pocket, clean the hands, folks, clean the hands first. Antiseptic on the hands, wash up the things all the way to the elbows, just like a surgeon might do, right? Grab yourself your oats and honey, take a bite. Whoa, you're back. You are back, and that horse better watch out. Oats and honey granola bar, 8.5.
I am going to rate them individually because of the discrepancy. And for me, the peanut butter falls off so much just because, as you experience with the dark chocolate, if you're going to do it, do it. You know, if you're going to go in, go all in. And so peanut butter, less than advertised, still tastes pretty good. It's still an oats and honey granola bar with some peanut butter on top. 6.
Boom.
Maple and brown sugar. You're the dessert to my oats and honey salad. You're good, Tom. I agree with you. It could be maybe a little bit sweet over the long haul. 7.
If we're going to individualize, then I'm happy to individualize because we didn't the first time. So I took a cumulative 8, but 8.5, I mean. But so for specifics, you're exactly right. I feel like we didn't go far enough with the oats and dark chocolate. Pains me to say it. Got to play it straight. The oats and dark chocolate are also a 6. The peanut butter I enjoy very much. I like the word you used was soup salt flavor. I felt like, look, the oats and honey is working for us. The peanut butter is fantastic. I go peanut butter 8 and oats and honey to round her out. That's a solid 9.
A little bit of a disagreement here on the Nature Valley crunchy granola bars, but look, that's why we play the game. You know, if they played the game on paper, what'd be the point of showing up at the stadium? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So this is what we do. We play it straight. Mm-hmm. I had nothing else to say. I'll see you next week.
I'll see you next week.